Hi everybody, Catfish Jones here. It is a new week and a new car talk. Actually had an idea today for a different kind of car talk. Not too different. I still intend to drive and talk. But I wanted to, one, drive a little bit of a different direction, which would be fun. And two, follow up on a video that I did, I believe this summer. This summer I was looking for some different kind of content to do besides just the CFJ vlog on Wednesdays, which I love the CFJ vlog. It's a great chance for me to play some songs and talk about writing them and all that stuff. But I was wanting some different content, and I was a little unsure what all I should do. So I believe it was this summer. It could have been this fall. Heck, who really remembers? What are you doing, buddy? Turning? Staying? Drivers. Yes, indeed. No, this summer I was looking for some different content besides just the vlog, and I was having a lot of fun with it, but one of the things, I drove by it and saw an old hotel, which had been in town my whole life up till then, in a semi-state of disassembly, partially demolished, the title said. So I went to this partially demolished hotel, which, like I said, I had some experience with in my life here. I don't think I ever stayed at that hotel, but I did interview for a hotel desk clerk job after returning to this area from my venture to New Orleans in '02. So, today I thought it would be fun because since then I have traveled past that same location and discovered that indeed they did completely finish demolishing that area. So I figured, heck it, let's drive on out to that end of town, completely opposite from the end of town I live upon, and maybe we'll see the completely demolished hotel, the remnants, the completely cleaned up area that was this hotel. And interestingly enough, I'm passing a filming location for a very, very obscure movie, which one day I may share with you guys. It's one of those movies, kind of get off subject a little bit here, but it's one of those movies that you wouldn't probably remember it if you didn't know the filming location and have some. It's not like it was a good movie, a big movie. It was a very small, I believe 70s or 80s movie, but shot entirely here in town. And so maybe I'll share it with you guys one of these times. I have a handful of locations in my pocket that I would love to share, but I'm in no rush. Much like this location, I figure it'll be here forever. Guess what? This location was not here forever. What kind of hotel was this? Was it like a Best Western or Ramada? I think this was a Ramada. And they have a sign over here that says road closed to through traffic. But it is open in the middle. I don't intend to go through. I just intend to pull up over here, park along the edge, and see what we see. And I tell you what, I'm gonna do one of these numbers right here. It specifically says no parking anytime. But I don't imagine anybody's gonna come and fuss over all of this. So, this is a follow-up, and I'll put the link in the description to this video, to that video, so those of you who haven't seen it can take the opportunity. But I believe this was a Ramada Inn, and may have changed in the last years of its life, but my history remembers it as Ramada. So, with no further ado, let me take you. Ooh, I hate this phone. What is it about phones? Whoop. Okay. That me? Hey, that's me. Something about phones where they make them out of the slickest possible material. So, let us look over this way. Yeah, that's right, completely empty. You can see the row of lights which once bordered the property. A little bit of a stone wall still here next to what looks like a bit of a cistern maybe. And I really dig this bit of stonework. As most rocks in Kansas, you can see all kinds of little fossils in there, which is interesting in itself. I don't know if you guys can see all the shell fossils, all those little swirlies and whatnot. Oh, here's a good one right there. Some super shells. Not what I intended to show you, but this type of rock can be found all throughout Kansas. Here's that little cistern I was talking about. And just tons and tons and tons of fossils in them, which, of course, it's known in these parts that Kansas, where I'm from, was once covered completely by water. So this interesting little stonework area, unsurprisingly, is just riddled. Oh, here's a good one. Here's a good one we can share. Is just riddled with some very, very cool and awesome shell fossils. And there's a good degree of fossilized wood and things like that in there as well. But no, this is what happened. Oh, look at this. Some of these are kind of broken apart. Maybe I can share you a little bit. But yeah, right here you can see where all of these fossilized shells had just been glued together by the mud. That's not what I intended to show you, but I thought it's interesting. No, this is the site of really one of my favorite videos that I made, and it was kind of on a lark. I hadn't intended really to do much exploring, and it was empty and open, half torn down, but there were still some upstairs and downstairs rooms intact, full building in the middle intact, and in those upstairs and downstairs rooms was the one hot tub suite, which I thought was very interesting. Some party time carpet, and a very old Sprite can, I believe. So this is what I wanted to do today, a little bit of car talk with Catfish, but a little more talk and a little less car, and a little bit of follow-up to a now completely demolished hotel. I don't know if you guys can see this. Here we have Interstate 70 right off the edge. So some of you who are right close to Interstate 70 in the US of A, please know I'm right next door to you right now. But interestingly enough, this whole site has been completely leveled. Whoop, thumb in there. Whole site completely leveled. Still see a couple of ditches from where they drug some leveling sliders or skids or, I don't know, probably just big trash cans, who knows what, around through here. Got the whole place completely leveled. There is still a little bit of asphalt, tarmac, or whatever you want to call it. Probably not fossilized. Hanging out over here, but yeah, otherwise, a completely demolished hotel. So, maybe this is the perfect spot to wrap up Car Talk with Catfish. About the same length of time as I usually do. A little bit of a partially different setting, and a little bit of a different, well, partially different topic. So, like I say, I'm going to put the link in the description. You guys check out that video. It's one of my favorite adventures. And I have a whole bunch of other adventures left to share with you, my friends. A lot of exploration, some meat still on the bones as far as the exploration thing goes here in town. There's not a ton of places, but some uniqueness. A little bit of surprise for this one to get to talk a little bit about fossils. And heck, maybe I'll bring one of those rocks back home with me to have a fossil sample in my rock garden. Otherwise, most of what you see out here is sandstone and limestone. And I believe that's limestone as well. I'm not quite the rock hound. I'm not a geology expert myself, but interested, to say the least. A little bit interested. So, let me wrap it up here as I walk back to my vehicle and do a little bit of car drive home. But probably not so much talking on that one. I believe I have to get some fuel before I make it all the way home. And maybe, just maybe, I should pick up a little bit of dinner for the fam. So until I see you guys again, you know me, I'm always looking for the next time. And I'm thinking it's probably going to be Wednesday, but you never know. One really never knows. There's the old sign up there. Hey, look at that. Until then, until next time, until the next time we have fun, we meet again. Yeah, you can really see the layers in there. I love layers. So I think this rock right here is my new huckleberry. Gonna hang out in my rock garden at home as a little bit of a physical memory of my trip and my adventure thing. So here I am at the vehicle. Figured I will say bye to you guys, and until I see you again, be well to each other. Be well yourselves, and have fun. Until later, cheers, every one of you. Bye.